All right, all right, all right, all right. What is going on, everybody? Phil here, live on the stream. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh, no! What a week. What a week it has been. What a week. My God. I mean, how do I even begin? How do I even begin? I guess I begin by saying thank you. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you to all of you who are here. Thank you to all of you who remembered me. I've been gone for over a week, and that's kind of tough for someone who's a daily live streamer and content creator to be wondering, gee, I wonder if anyone's going to remember me or come back or whatever. You know, in light of things the way that they're going, I think this may actually be one of the most popular things I do in 2019. This return podcast, okay? Pretty crazy. So, I'm back, and I am back to full-time streaming, by the way. I think a lot of people were confused about what was going to happen when I come back. Was it going to be right away or whatever? Yeah, I am. I'm starting today, full-time streaming. And I'm going to explain in just a moment very quickly what the schedule is going to look like for this week. So that you guys know, what's coming up and everything. But yeah, this is going to be a special event podcast that I purposely set up ahead of time, okay? Well ahead of time, in order to basically explain everything that went down during my trip to Connecticut, including, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the big topic on everyone's mind that I got married in Connecticut.
That is correct. I got married in the state of Connecticut when I was there. Even though I'm going to explain all this. I don't even want to get too far into it right now. I'm going to explain all of this during the podcast itself. This is just a pre-stream. But, I got married in Connecticut. It was a complete surprise for all of you. Not a single person really expected that was going to happen, because I never talked about it on purpose for my own and Kat's own and my family's personal safety. It was basically the best kept secret I've ever kept, and it went incredibly well.
Just to give you guys a heads up, because I am going to be talking about this, obviously, during today's podcast. It went incredibly well. It was smooth. We barely had any kind of negative thing happen to us while we were there. I'll explain everything, because I'm actually going to go day by day through our trip to explain to all of you what we did and the kind of stuff that we were up to. But yeah, like, this trip went very well. And if you want my very, very honest take on it, I really feel the reason that it did go as well as it did is because I purposely left it, as a special surprise. I told no one. If I had told the world what was going to happen when I was going to Connecticut, you would have had massive trolling, people trying to mess with me. And again, I'm going to explain all this in the podcast. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Basically, everything went down as planned, without a hitch, perfectly, and that's great. You liar, you. I'm good at lying. That's like, yes, a very positive, awesome thing, that everything went down great and nothing went wrong. So, very, very happy about that. Very pleased, because honestly, I was very worried. And when it's one thing when it's a stream or it's your own business, it's that kind of stuff. It's another thing when it's a personal, life-changing event that's supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime special event that's not only going to affect myself, but my bride-to-be, but my family and everything, who's going to be there for this. And, knowing all this going on, I had to basically be as careful as humanly possible for this event, okay? So, the deal is, for a week, I was in Connecticut, spending time with my family and Kat, got married, because I know when you have a public presence on the internet, right, that people tend to want to know stuff about your personal life. And this is a humongous secret that I kept for months and months. and didn't give you guys any inkling whatsoever. In fact, if you guys didn't even notice, in recent days, right before my visit, a couple people were asking me live on stream about getting married when I'm in Connecticut, and would it be a good idea and all of this. And I basically had to completely BS everybody in order to basically throw the trail of scent off so people wouldn't expect, right? Wouldn't expect that this was something that was actually going to happen when I was there, because again, I was afraid of the things that could happen to us. So, man, it was tough. It was really tough on the fly trying to make up shit to tell you guys. Just being very honest here, okay? In the United States, federal taxes are due tomorrow. Tomorrow is April 15th. They're due, and you know, I needed help with my taxes, and I was very upfront and transparent with all of you on that. I need that money. I really do. I need that money.
And I knew that doing these multiple marathon streams, trying to raise tips for that and everything, that I basically had to keep everything else a secret, because I knew people would be fucking with me personally, on a personal level, if all that was going on. You know, I knew. I mean, just imagine. Can you guys just imagine how the trolls would have reacted if they knew I was flying to Connecticut to get married, but at the same time I needed help with these taxes? And by the way, as I'm going to explain, don't worry, again, everything's going to be explained. Everything I told you guys up front about that stuff is true. Everything, every dollar that was raised to help with taxes is going towards the taxes.
You liar, you. I'm good at lying.
I have a positive update in regards to the taxes. Okay, I do. I have a very positive update. And I'm going to share that with you on today's stream. So, don't worry. You know, again, everything you guys need to know or want to know in regards to all of these controversial shit, oh my god, is going to be answered today.
Here's the thing. I fully knew that with the situation going on with the taxes and everything, all right, that once the word got out that I had gotten married in Connecticut, that you were going to have insane amounts of trolling. I just knew it. I knew this was going to be the field day for trolls, where they were going to go out and literally just make shit up, because this is their livelihood. This is what they do. This is how they get their attention and their jollies for this. I'm sure they probably got insane amounts of views in the last few days.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Since I announced on Wednesday that I was married. And it's all 1,000,000% based on speculation. 1,000,000% based on speculation. Not a single piece of it is based on fact. Because the bottom line is there's no facts to support anything that any of them have said. Oh, Phil's a scammer, and Phil took the money that he said was for taxes, and he did it to pay for a wedding. The whole notion is so ludicrous. It is. It's so ludicrous. If anyone who knows anything, all right, about any kind of wedding planning knows you don't pay for things on the day of the fucking wedding. It's just so stupid. Yes, I'm sure that the Friday and Saturday before my wedding, I raised, you know, some money for taxes, and I spent that on the venue and everything. What are you talking about? Anything for a wedding that would have had to be done has to be done way ahead of time, okay? There's no way it could even go towards it. In addition to that, the funny part, you have zero evidence of anything that I did in Connecticut. You have none. Because the bottom line is, I'm sure as soon as I announced I was married, you can rest assured the trolls went right on the internet. Oh my god, we gotta search for wedding venues. Where was the Burnell party? We gotta find where Phil got married. What did he pay for? Is there a church that we can find where there was a Burnells were married? Can we do this? And the bottom line is, they found nothing. Because guess what? None of that exists. Because guess what? None of that happened. I got married in an incredibly small ceremony that was personal, and it was just for me, Kat, and a few very small select family members, and that was it. And none of that existed. None of it. Okay?
Understand? And that's why I knew people would have questions. I was like, we got to do this now. We have to do this first thing. And that's the other funny thing, too, is some people being silly, and like they didn't understand why I was going to do this podcast, and that's why. You know, like, that's why I was doing it. It would have been very, very ridiculous to not do this. Because some people, of course, you didn't know I was getting married. So you're like, oh, Phil went to Connecticut or whatever. Well, you know, why is he going to have to do a whole podcast about his trip to Connecticut? We don't really care that much, right? Now, all of a sudden, everyone cares 1,000,000%. Everyone wants to know. Every little facet and detail of the trip you guys want to hear, right? Fair enough. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I started, or that's why I scheduled this podcast. Being very honest with all of you, okay?
And you see someone like Jake Likes Cats or Like Cats Jake or Like Jake Cats, or whatever the fuck his name is, saying, well, you shouldn't have hit it because now you see it makes you look worse. Dude, do you really think, in the scheme of things, it's more important for me to eat some shit for a few days, come back and do a podcast, and like I said, my loyal viewers and followers who trust me anyway are gonna believe me anyway, and so, things are gonna continue as business as usual? Or do you think it would, having the whole ceremony ruined, having everyone trolled who was involved with the ceremony all fucking week, probably have assholes calling in pranks and swatting and shit, do you really think that that's worth it? No. And anyone who has a mature fucking brain is going to say, understand. The bottom line is, many people don't. Many people are just like, well, you're a streamer, so therefore you should be 100% transparent on everything. Fuck your own privacy. Fuck your own, having a nice ceremony. Fuck your family. Fuck everyone. Just share everything and we don't care. It's all on your expense anyway. Ha ha ha, the world's just a big joke. It's not. And those people are so fucked in the head that it doesn't matter what I say or do, they're never going to be convinced otherwise anyway. So I don't give a fuck. And that's the thing, if you're one of those people who, like, I hate Phil, I hate everything he does, I don't believe a word he says, I think he's a pedo, and a criminal, and a scammer, and an asshole, then I don't care about you. What can I possibly ever do to win you over? You're such a biased idiot. There's nothing I could do anyway. So why do I give a shit, right?
And was safe than to be transparent with all of you. But again, as I've already said, I can assure all of you that there was no deception whatsoever on my part outside of the fact that the wedding existed. All funds that I raised for taxes and the like are going towards taxes. Not a dollar, not a single dollar that was supposed to be raised for taxes went towards anything during this wedding or anything. Nothing. I have made thousands of dollars. The way I got it right now, my payments coming from Machinima, I've got payments coming in from Twitch, I got payments coming in from Patreon. So between those three methods, that's a lot of money in my pocket every month. I was able to piss away at $50,000, $60,000 a month. But I need more. I need more